Hill back on the track. I recall him being away last week. Well, he's back next to Bryce Ryan.
We are going to roll.
20.
We have 3 sets of tires.
I think 40 something.
Pit road is closed.
Steps down to try and
Yeah,
push
20,
back the road
40,
course
and then
in P7 next to
that's
Daniel
the
Wiles
end.
in 8th. Lucas Hoitzmer lines
Not
up
going.
9th next to Aiden
I don't think we're going to go.
And look
All right.
outside of your top 10.
FLCC.
Alongside Casey
Friday Night
Graves,
Lights at
making up
Watkins
row number
Glen.
6. Row
It's gonna be
7,
interesting.
meanwhile, is going to be set as it's going to be Devin Medeiros starting alongside Jacob Simpson. As I drink some WD-40, getting my tongue wrapped around my teeth. Eric Wineland will start at 15th, next to Seth Foudy at 16th.
I was replying to you and I got my 1X.
Number 9, comprised of Mason Lowry and Noah Woods. And completing your top 20 here tonight will be Tanner Marty and Cliff Mullins.
Not a good start, Roman. Not good, man. I was trying to reply to Lucas.
I think I'd get better at the names that I say so often. Michael Mesnard's 23rd next to Cameron Stone.
I don't need your
Carl
excuses.
Haywood and Tim
One to
Phillips
go.
did the same time, even William Owens and Dave Hoitzmer or Daniel Wallen and Steve Benjamin.
Yeah, he was. He was ignoring you, Timmy.
Because we are 10 off our maximum.
Straight 100% ignoring you.
As ever, we have the road course twists on the Friday Night Lights schedule. Most importantly, our chance of the random cautions, 82 laps with stages of 20 and 40, and potentially 2 more cautions as well that can come flying. Plus, if you block the track out of turn 1, that'll be another caution. Won't even count towards it. 4 sets of tyres, 21x incident limit. Likely not going to be a substantial bottleneck with the very few off tracks here, but thankfully you get a little bit of room to work around others. As I think our pace cars are already going to be getting rolling and ready to go. We actually don't have Kirk Mills on the grid to even do the Bugatti, so I think they have added one more pace lap. Yes, they have. We do have a full pace lap on the track, so let's talk through the track. It's a bit of an all-time classic, of course. Everybody knows it. Most drivers love it. It's the high-speed NASCAR road course when you compare it to Sonoma.
Yeah, no, this is one of those tracks where, in terms of slow turns, there really isn't any. You've got the bus stop.
Okay, we're coming out of the bus stop here, so we'll slow down to 50 miles an hour, then about 80.
Really
Australia.
high. You know, one of my favorite combinations to do actually on iRacing is running the Delara F3 car on this layout. Now, granted,
Communist.
if you do that in a race with a bunch of like really dumb
No.
iRacing AI, you'll find
Thank you,
a way
Bobby.
to ballpark it every single time.
It wasn't
But
always
it
a bad
is,
idea.
Like the most amount of fun that you'll ever have while detonating your race car. This is a super fun track. It's racy as well. One thing that you can see, especially on the Cup side of things, I say this as a guy covering the O'Reilly's stuff here in the FLCC.
You gotta let me know when they go. I mean, I know I can't go before the car in front of me, but
the tracks that are a little bit tougher to try and get a solid race at.
All right.
Yeah, I think Coda's probably up there on the list as one of the best.
Get a big thumbs up, buddy. Let's go have some fun today. Pace cars off. Are you ready?
Everybody knows this place sort of like the back of their hand. Even if they aren't too big on the road courses, they know how to run around this place quite well. If there's any track where non-road course
Green.
shot, I think it is here. It's all Blake Luan actually in this race last season. So who knows? Maybe you could see Lightning capture the model once again, and for him to maybe grab that first win this season.
Free drive from the outside lane there, having a funny idea.
One on the right side.
Chicane, right, makes the ball go right again.
Still there.
Two more, of course, contact on their way back.
Looks
into
clear,
the
clear,
line.
clear.
So, always got to be mindful out there. People always got to be mindful. Wrapping up our last pace lap on the road. 30 cars in total. Dyson, you always count on him on road courses. And watch out for Roman though as well. Doesn't show up to this series particularly often, but out of all the times now might be one of those he wants to try and hit the field, get some practice for tomorrow in the Cup Challenge. Obviously we've got championship contenders McQuarter and Benefield right at the front of the field as well, so pretty much everywhere is exactly where they want to be on the field. Now we will be, even though I'm racing through the restart zone, race restarts, they will happen between the lines on before the final turn here. A race start though, it's going to happen on the drop of the green. You can change your lane after the final turn. Away we go. And I'm not going to try and give you a boogity, because I wouldn't be able to deliver, but we go green here at Watkins Glen.
17.307. Crash 9Q.
pretty clean and stable for everybody, I think, in the field. Bit of separation here behind some of our top drivers.
I don't know how that was a 4X.
I believe that's Roman sort of on the line
same.
the gap to Hoytsma behind. First run through the bus stop. No bumps like on the sports car version anymore. Oh, just about getting away with this.
Smooth start for your competition, and hey, Howie, if you wanted me to, I could have probably provided a little bit. It would have probably blown out my vocal cords, but I could have done it. And Andrew Dyson doing everything that he needs to do off the line. Adam Benefield, who ended off last season as he had the final road course win of 2025, got the job done to Charlotte Roval. Interested to see what he may be able to do in second with his championship rival and sparring partner Bryson Dixon directly behind those
12.4, 2, 3.
Runner. All the drivers contending for the championship up towards the
Ah,
front.
fucking overshot it.
Wineland's the inside of Medeiros into turn one. I think he's going to lose one out to Jacob Simpson as well. One bad exit. He's just going to try and hold on the ult of Seth Bouty there. Benefield was able to get the jump for that P2 position, but I do wonder if there's going to be any chance for them to catch up to Dyson in the course of the race. Already 7 tenths down the road. These laps may go flying by, but as mentioned before, there is a random chance for 2 additional cautions in this race. The laps have been pre-assigned. We don't know them.
Somebody killed it off that corner.
Set the field quite possibly. Sort of aims to replicate the cautions of the NASCAR series. They're not linked to any incidents if they happen. On the topic of incidents, Tanner Martin's half first. He's gone around near the back of the field. Let's take a look.
Out of the carousel, looks like he was running kind of by himself, right by Noah Woods. Got up on the curve as he ended his way through the
right
turnout.
side.
Eventually, the back end
Still there.
just going to snap around on him. Very
Clear.
close stuff, though, just to lock it down. Now rejoining the racetrack abruptly. Sometimes you do see that, especially on the road side of things, when drivers get a little bit frustrated. They try and return to it as they can. Disaster usually breaks out there. Those driving there was not ideal with the slide. Can't even call it spin. It was like a 50 spin at most. But
Turn 1 into turn 2 bugged.
heads up stuff to avoid rejoining the racetrack any hastily.
A quarter to the inside of Roman.
You're talking about the yellow?
For now, Benefield has now
Yes.
managed to jump
Yeah,
ahead of
he'll give it every
by
lap.
6 tenths as Dyson flies away even further.
If you drive off track, it gives you
In this lead pack on the track. Obviously, as everyone on the road course, you're going to see
Or somebody's off track in front of you.
much quicker, far more turns, far more chances to lose time. But
Copy.
this one
Thank you.
doesn't lead to too much chaos in this series or many other series I cover. I know some other tracks like Portland, which we've both seen this season.
Get in a rhythm here, get
often see a lot of
smooth.
chaos when they show up to iRacing series. But everyone has a good
13.5,
grasp on what
8.3.
is planned, and they're able to run it pretty cleanly and pretty well. Down the wild looking up more than that's a Lamara this time. Bryce Reiner's looking up the bumper of Bryce Dixon bar behind Roman. Wants to place back on Hoytsma.
Yeah, I remember the race that we did at not too long ago. A year ago at this point. I remember that race being pretty solid. It was just Andrew Dyson, cutting his way through the field like a hot knife through butter. That was absolutely awesome. Speaking of awesome, we're going to take a look back at this moment here from Bryson Dixon ball. Gets moved on by Bryce Reiner. Here was.
Seems like he ducked out of line. I should not make that noise. My compressor is way too high. It just sounds terrible. But it does seem like he ducked out of line. It was like he knew that he was getting passed on the road, and that was that. Now he just.
Alan, what's your stance on snakes?
They're pretty cool, but I am not a snake. That's an important difference.
Really not. So thankfully, the Mafia is not after you. That's good to know. Blake Kluot now on the back of Bryce Reiner heading down the start finish straightaway into turn number 1. The fire spinning out of the exhaust as they head their way down the gears, down through the braking zone and out of turn number 1. We're going to be talking about this a lot. Don't get used to this if you're looking at this as a good little indication as to how tomorrow's race in real life is going to go. Track limits a lot more lenient here in the sim, but now got to wonder if Blake Kluot is going to look for third here soon. So this battle involving Cameron Stone and that he lost in the wheel.
Yeah, I don't really think Cloa had the run up the hill. Still a few passes happening throughout the field, so try to keep an eye on as much as we can. Running up and down. Dyson now checked out by 1.3 seconds. Ryder checked out by a second by himself. Cloa still a chance in for this top three. And I actually haven't even had the races yet, so I was about to say, you know, I've watched the races, but that'll be pretty hard. But I am a little bit concerned sticking a giant tyre bundle halfway through turn one that we won't ride on is not exactly a solution to our problems. We'll see how it works by
Your fast guys are running 12.139, 12.624.
Like Cloa backing off now a little bit. I think there comes a point after the first few laps of the road course where everybody just wants to run their own laps and not overthink what they're doing, because it's very easy to make a mistake, overcook it, and lose everything you worked for. As Jared Kutsicki on the wood, the back of the ready starting to sort of slow down. Wood's taking the IMSA line now, and actually getting away a bit in terms of pace.
He's playing good and running well in the other first 6 laps of this race. Been a surprisingly clean start for this field. The drivers have been able to master the challenge of this race quite well. Now, I said before we grabbed the green flag that of all the road courses on the NASCAR schedule, this is one that's probably the most kind of oval-esque. I'm not going to say it is anywhere like an oval. You know, we're turning left and right here. There's a lot of elevation change around this place. When you think of elevation change in ovals, there's not a lot to it outside of, you know, you think of that little ropes where I have the track mounted into the
I
side.
am sorry if I crashed anybody. My screen, my game crashed. The whole thing just crashed.
12.716.
With this track, I think if you are a non-road course driver, but you can just hold your own, you still have a good shot to do well here. You know, look at some of the drivers who downplay their road course skills, i.e. your second place runner of Adam Benefield. He downplays himself a lot when it comes to the road courses, but he always holds his own quite well. As I said a bit earlier on the show, the Charlie Roval winner last season. So we'll see him here at the Glen.
One more hopefully not doing too well on the track, and a real bad slide into the wall. That's actually a medium flag to that. Oh no, that's a dead engine. I was going to say the wheel's gone, but no, we completely busted that. These cars are loose and tricky, and you have to be very careful about putting the power back on through the turn.
Left side. Go there, your door.
Something isn't. Jacob Simpson
Clear.
is also several laps down. I do wonder where he went. I think he had connection problems. His car left the track and now he's back, but he's lost several laps to it.
Where did he come from?
He had a game crash.
13.408.
Putting on the microphone, so he's sort of back on the circuit. He's lost laps to that. Steve Benjamin has also left the session.
That's unfortunate. That's the thing with sim racing, though. You have mechanical failures in real life, and in the sim you have connection failures or hardware issues as well. If it happens here, it's going to be pretty disastrous. Especially way back in the year 2000.
Come on, dude.
Back when they didn't know how to make tire barriers. Just on the States, I know they had one around the old oval down there in Rio de Janeiro that the Indy cars used to run at along with Formula 1. They had tire barriers there, but it's not bad here. Daniel Wiles trying to get a move done on
Yeah, right.
This is a battle for the final 2 spots inside of the top 10. Amaro going to be on the inside line as Wiles just going to sweep around the outside and get it done. Daniel Wiles, I think, is a driver that deserves a lot of love and a lot of
Holy
praise.
shit, sorry.
Runner here in the points. The only
Damn,
drivers
get
that he's
saved.
behind are, you know, reigning champion Joseph Porter. Along with
Dang,
that, Benedict
I got
Martinez
mixed up in what year I was in right there.
You know, nearly half of the wins last year.
If Justin Prince was here, he'd love to call him from. It's a name that grew to be quite quickly. Just
focus again,
show
Jim.
for a couple
The
months.
interval is
Here's Nicholas
2.7.
Roman, and I'm a big fan of the pink as well, and I do say that really annoys Kirk Mills, who again will be back yet again, but this time it's not even to race on the track. It's real life getting in the way. But I love I personally would do it in like circuit. You're sort of chasing down the quarters, chasing down Hixenbar. Hixenbar didn't have a good start, ducked down a line, dropped those places when he went on the bad exit. Just hasn't made up really any heads on anybody in time so far this race. Points are going to be points though up front. Adam Benefield. Adam Benefield slides. He manages to keep the car together, almost a bad wreck, but he just completely lost that in every single place in the way as well.
Let's take a look at here. You can see heading as well from the second to last turn.
13.337.
Maybe already a little bit wiggly through there, but it was this where things went wrong. I think that was just a sour downshift. I think he overslowed that rear axle. Very lucky that he didn't get clobbered by the likes of Bryce Ryder and Blake Carew up there. That could have very easily ended in a multi-car crash. As there you can see, the ass end of the car already out, heading through the second to last turn, and then, yeah, that just looks so sour. Either a rear lock on the brakes or an overslow with the rear axle as he went down the gears.
I heard a gear shift right before that. That's what caused that one. It's a good sort of catcher on the tachometer. Very good save to keep it on the track, though. Those tyres are going to be overheating for a long time. He's all the way back from P8. That's most important. He has absolutely no damage. Just has and we ought to fix those tyres when we hit on stage braking time. So still in it. Everybody keeping it together. Everybody avoiding him. The race continues. Hixenbar under attack from the quarter now. Was able to pass sort of in that chaos.
Thank you.
12.764.
To apply that pressure onto Hixenbar. He hops to Burma bid, heading his way out of turn number 1, but Nicholas Vroman all over the back of that 73 car too. So a little bit of contact there. I think it got just a bit hair-raising as they head their way through 1. You're probably going to see some physical racing as we go throughout this race, especially here in these are wider cars. You can get away with it a heck of a lot more than you can in the top cars. You can just be and bang and ruffle some feathers throughout this race and try and get what you want. And with the medium speed turns around this racetrack, it's not like a lot of road courses where it's just basically stop start, long straightaway, massively long straightaway, really tight hairpin, and then just wait that in somewhere. Now this track has a lot of nuance to it. This racetrack was not built to safety standards. The safety standards were just kind of tacked onto it way back in the day.
Does make you wonder, and F1 did make that jump there. Just like, how did they get away with that without killing anyone? Because you're running immensely high speeds for extremely fast turns.
Leader in the run at 12.716.
That Formula racing here, right? Every time I try it,
12.965.
circle of hell, because it's just a slipstream battle down that back straight. They always get rid of the chicane. It just becomes draft masters for one straight time. It's always a little bit chaotic. Sparring to sort of clear out at the quarter, and from here, Leismer still a car behind. I sort of thought maybe the quarter was going to go for the pass, but actually he sort of lost time in his own way. We remain pretty clear in line as we run through these bumps, and those bumps are going to claim somebody at one point. They haven't got a victim yet, but time will pass here.
Yeah, certainly as time goes along, we're going to be seeing this track develop a kill streak. That was a very unintentional segue here. I was just going to say that this racetrack when Formula 1 was running here did actually claim a couple of lives. Francois Sever and the final race of the 1973 season, actually forced retirement. Jackie Stewart was the champion that year, was meant to start that race for it to be his 100th Grand Prix, and just decided to retire right now. There was a qualifying crash.
See ya.
That as well, actually, at Helmut
13.32.
Hate to say, I
this is a racetrack
wish I could
that
say
is,
I hate to see it, but
its fair share of incidents, both ones that are minor, ones that can be laughed away, others that cannot. Of course, NASCAR fans will remember the tragic accident of J.D. McDuffie heading into the carousel here back in 1991. It was that, along with a sports car crash from Tommy Kemper, where he broke his leg earlier that year, that led to the installation of this here, the bus stop chicane, the inner loop as it is technically called. Added it back in the day just to slow the cars down and give these drivers a little bit of a headache. As you can see, Lucas Hoytema all crossed up on exit, loses out a bit of time and brings out a Benefield into the front.
Well, yeah, make that one of the most ill-advised comments I've made on the stream. chance at a reprieve. Further on back, look at that jump out of line by Casey Graves there. Trying to get past Weinberg, but overcooking the corner badly. Froman's doing everything he can to dive to the inside, but he always loses the moment of time under braking. And as a result, we almost feel like Hoyt was going to crawl into it. Now he sticks in those again, just alongside. I don't know anyone who's trying more to get alongside every single turn than Froman here. Right to compromise and exit a little bit too much as Hoyt was in with the charge as well. Is this a whole good idea? He thought better of it, entering the turn.
Yeah, now going for a move in here, it's bold, it's brave, but it rarely, if ever, ends well. You've got just it's a cocktail of various different things. For these drivers, off the track, keep an eye if they try to go side by side. You got the killer curves, you've got very thin racing surface. Pretty.
Hey Bobby, can we get those tire packs like stage 2?
Good job, lots of room out the back. The gap, 1.
So it's no longer green ice, but it's still not good. It's not asphalt, so the tires will not be a fan of that. So one small little mistake through there, and it's a side-by-side battle, and can end in tears. And speaking of side-by-side battling, this mid-quarter, and Rowan had to turn number 1 mid-quarter, holding dominant on that inside line, but he's got to stay tight to those track limits. Froman going to swing out wide against the fence and try and keep the momentum rolling up through the S's, through 2 into 3, side by side, and Froman going to take the spot.
I don't think Hoytman benefit out of this either. Hoytman's alongside on that outside, but Quarters had a bad run out of those first few turns. It's not always the best idea to run this way through the turns, and I do think Hoytman got quite compromised there by jumping the curbs. This one's going to be free for out of Benefield, potentially. Only a few laps to go right the stage, race to 20 and then to 40. Benefield takes the place. Good attempt there, but if you take that inside line, you get compromised on the curbs. That actually hurts you out in the long run.
Oh, KD.
Running away. Really saw the quarter as a cork in that bottle, but that was a hard pass to get done.
And the moves here at Watkins Glen, we talked about a bit earlier on here in the first race. Now, breakout was going to bit physical. It cannot be done as easily as you would expect. Just a stop-start track. There's a lot of nuance to this place, so you've got to have just a very, very. You got to have a bit of a delicate touch around this place. You can't just bang through the gears, saw at that steering wheel. Because if you do that, you're gonna find yourself in a world of hurt. Here, though, if you want to get the moves done, you've got to balance a lot. You've got to balance the brakes well. You got to time those shifts. You got to make sure that you give your competitor some space as well. Considering if you get physical with the competition, chances are they'll probably get physical right back. Of all the road courses in the national world, Howie, I'm gonna say that this is the closest one to a short track, if that makes any sense.
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. I mean, I like the comparisons to the oval myself because really, they really do turn mostly in one direction throughout the majority of the lap. Almost a pass by
Lucas is jumping the stage.
The next car behind you, this minute, 13.501.
Track. Now I just see how slow he's going. So did he just take a massive clobber? Oh, okay, yes, let's go a little bit further back in time. Work out quite well. He was Casey Graves. He was battling. That has to be Wayland up ahead. I eventually get good at recognising the car paint. Same place as Davis. Now, that's a really unfortunate angle to sort of get stuck in the wall because you almost thought he was going to get away with it. He's not too much.
I think I was only running them down because they were battling. I think they got more pace than I got.
Whenever you have a slide heading your way through the carousel, it is just the most excruciating feeling in the world. I always say, like, the idea of a never-ending spin in a GT3 car when you get sideways and there's nothing you can do with the steering, gas, brake, clutch, doesn't matter, you're going to be in trouble. I'm stuck in that Benefield, diving down the inside, heading off to the final turn, and he's going to look his way through up into 6th. Nice move the lane here.
13.4,
pulling in
7.
right in the nick of time. Hunter Truel doing the same here as well. Now, we've been caught up in the battling and some of the history discussions as well. That we are getting into crunch time here in this race as well. Stage 1 ending in 2 laps time. So that big window,
Tight right there.
that's a slam shot.
Yeah, a couple of drivers trying to split the stage, potentially lead out the next one. Lucas and Truel, they seem to be only two playing that strategy this race for the first stage, but we'll have to see how that one really works out for them in the long run. I mean, it might be okay in the sense you're not going to use your tyres too much in the next 3 laps, especially if you drive conservatively. You get to lead the field out on the next time around. Nixon Bar's been getting closer and closer to Blake Cohen. You see sort of Roman like Jaws in the rear view mirror approaching. Still more happening up and down the field too. Here's Casey Graves. The free cars, right?
I would.
Can't name it.
I would. See, I was gonna say I would play the Jaws theme, but I don't have the same standpoint as that curve does. Side by side there, Heyman still trying to get very straight for that bit of contact heading out of the bus stop, and now that's gonna be Graves jumping up into P15 unless Heyman has anything to say about heading into the braking zone. They will fight back. He will gets that apex first, but the 01 still holding his own on the outside line. But a hop, skip, and a jump over the curve, sideways snap heading out of it. He'll be able to hold on to the inside line once again as this battle continues here, Howie. These drivers have treated us to a lot of fun so far here.
Outside can get you a lot of momentum, but I think Graves might be able to not quite clear before the corner entry, so he's going to stick to the usual line. Eamon runs it out wide. Actually sort of hunging on pace though. Matthew Boston Wheeler's in with the chase as well. Not able to make something happen out of it. Keeping an eye on Hickson Bar too. He's sort of remained within 3 tenths. He hasn't really been able to push his advantage right now. Actually, Rowan hasn't really been getting any closer either. Tyres are getting worn and shredded near the end of the stage, and the driver is just hoping.
Hold our position seriously across the line.
They're clear.
First place is about 20-ish seconds back.
He just badly missed his entry going into the carousel. Going to lose a place to Graves. So he pushes him a little bit on the track. It's going to slow him down even more as every single position in line. As if we go back a little bit to find out from the
You're doing there, homeboy.
perspective. Oh,
Close.
that's a jump.
Tyson feels to slow up just a little so we can try to catch back up here as well.
Entering the carousel. And to stay ahead of Lowry though as we approach our last lap of the stage. It's going to be the end of 20 and then the top 10 is going to have to cross the line as well before we throw the caution.
That was good racing there, Michael.
Wow, it's very nice.
All right, so P8 per stage.
Run away with it here. 3.2
And
seconds of margin between himself and
the
Bryce
only
Ryder.
one that
Blake
got
Luot,
a
though,
significant
jumping
amount
up into
of
third. Those
stage
two
points
are
more than me
before the
is
end.
Bryson.
Great success.
The other 2 guys in front of me are right in front of me.
Line
So.
up behind the 73.
But also, too, that 73, that little nose cut late in the race.
We are seeing if we can talk to him after the stage too.
You go
because
bye-bye.
It's going to be some very long pace laps. We've got to keep ourselves entertained. Wiles tries to throw a dive bomb the quarter. Leaders now cross the line, so Wineland will be the car that starts the caution here. You have to
Okay,
hold
pace
position
car's
once you
exiting
cross
now.
That line can't make your pass. Here comes Wineland, and with that should.
I think we should be behind the
Road will be
73.
open this time around.
Stage. Here's your top 10. Andrew Dyson, Bryce Ryder, then Blake Quillock, Bryson Hickson-Bar.
Yeah, feels good. Car feels good. Telling you, I'm really enjoying driving this O'Reilly's car a whole lot more than the A car anymore.
We're going to have a slightly long caution period. We're going to go on a short break up until the pit stops, but when we're back, we might be able to
Whole lot
stage
more.
winner as well. Don't go anywhere. It really is time for some bus stop action.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The rest of them went out today. Timmy, Bryce's, something else. Kevin's, and someone else. Can't remember. Well, I mean, I'm not going to leave my next gen, but I have been enjoying the B car. I feel like my pace in the B car has gotten a whole lot better than what it used to be. I used to not be able to drive this thing for shit. So a little sneak peek in the next season. Kevin West will be a TCSP B car driver next season. Little tidbit in there.
Sure, we're staying to the left side of the road, please.
Yeah, buddy.
On entry, so you get to your stall.
He really wants to push for a road to pro the following season, so I'm going to see what I can do to help him.
Alright, fellas, here we come. 10 away. 5 away. At your mark. Now, insert. Come on, stop on your mark.
So weird pitting this way.
Go man, go, go man, go, go man, go.
Hey, oh yeah. Moment were 89, 83, and right sides were 91, 89.
Watkins Glen from the Friday Night Lights series. Drivers very much warned to stay on the left-hand side of the pit lane. Pretty much the whole field will be dropping in, except, of course, for our drivers that chose to split the stage. Expect 4 tyres for everybody, but hopefully no dramas as we enter the road. Bit of a gap ahead of Amaro's going to check up that whole field.
You're going to be lined up behind the...
Yeah, it should be Lucas and...
Wanland, are you getting flashback?
I'm waiting for you to key up.
Lucas Hoytsma, Hunter Trull are going to be the 2 drivers staying out. They'll get to lead at the beginning of the next stage. 5 laps on those tyres. Whole field on the jacks, no black flags on entry, no unusual strategies or moves. It's going to be a race to the line. And Bryce Reiner gets an impressive jump, and I promise you, no unusual strategies for Bryce Reiner.
Okay.
But he's managed to jump multiple drivers, everybody on 4 tyres. Reiner takes the 2nd place out of those who stopped.
There's a leader on the right side, left side.
To rejoin now. Let's see if we can get Dyson, our stage 1 winner. It's always one that's easy to talk to, and I need to know which channel to bring it back to as well. Ace Motorsports, that will do it. Oh, Discord is awful. Okay, let's see if he likes this. Andrew Dyson, got some time to pass before the next stage. You know how it is. Easy stage 1. Easy
Gonna be green next time.
At it again.
Left side on the restart.
It was still pretty hard work.
I like that there's a little break.
Price so I had to head down a bit, but yeah, good stage win. Happy with that.
So, 2 drivers not taking tyres. Are only going to be about.
We're not going to do little bust up shit this time.
How much do you think they're going to be roadblocked, or do you think they are going to be racing opponents for a while?
I was just having a chuckle about that because we saw Lucas took the stage, and I was sort of like, oh, of course he did, because he
Hold
did
up
it
here,
at
Cam's
as well.
car, shut up.
I mean, it definitely gets track position. He might be.
Cam's car's broken.
Yeah, Hunter, I'm not sure. I haven't really kept an eye on him, but we'll see how his pace goes. We'll see what happens. But I mean, obviously, best case scenario.
Are we allowed to pass him?
These guys as possible, and yeah, try and keep control of the race. Yeah.
New cars ahead, new ones in new town. Best of luck.
Yes,
for the race.
Clear new black.
That's Andrew Dyson, stage 1 winner. Now got 2 cars in his way. And indeed, the split the stage strategy is all too common of a strategy sometimes.
I didn't know Marcos Ambrose was in this race.
Stage racing though, you know? The one thing you get is one.
Alright, we're gonna 57 coming here quick.
Happens on the road.
Okay, leader, slow down to 50, please.
I try to avoid pressing him while they're in the pits, or horrible
Slow
things
down to
happen.
50.
So it's Hoytsma over Trull, over Dyson, with Reiner next car back, and Bryson Hickson-Bar, Blake Kluart, Nicholas Roman, Adam Benefield.
Catch up, guys. Catch up. Clear black.
Top 10. Now, Ron did
Cam,
go
at this
to the
point, you got to
store.
start where you're at.
You know, like,
You got to start
I've never had problems with people going to the store and not coming back in my life myself. But I do know it's relatively common for them to not return and for that to change the trajectory of your life forever. So, yes,
Can we stay back here, Bob?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I know exactly where you're going.
Not going to be able to
I've
do
been
it
back
short
for
of
a little while, just saw the interview, saw the other.
All right.
They're under
Fuck!
I've actually been able to come back with a quick little trivia question. This is off the back of the.
Hey, cars off. Be ready. Be ready.
Have a guess what track.
Green flag.
That might have been early. I couldn't see the lines at all. Sunlight.
28.4.
You're fine.
Clear that at 30.2. 6, 5. Right behind you.
Tied for
I might need the answer if you're about to restart. Is it Spark?
It is the Indianapolis Motor Speed.
That's cheating! That's cheating! That's cheating!
See, outside of that, it's the Nürburgring.
I thought they didn't race there for long enough. Like, obviously that track would have caused the attack. I just don't know if they would have raced there for long enough to stack up the numbers. So we do have a restart zone. Like, I basically just removed the restart zone entirely the other day. I think maybe it just didn't work. But we will restart in the same place. If someone just screamed something real loud on the microphone right there, but it might have been a joke. Who knows? We'll be restarting in the mark zone. And away we go. Spokesman gets the jump. He doesn't get the way to read for a bit. But we are racing here. Really, really bad run for Hickson-Bar on the inside of the turn. He's just going to drop like a rock through the field. Meanwhile,
13.974.
Dyson already able to get past Trull as the field flies through turn 1.
Now heading up the hill, Hoytsma trying to pull away from your dominant stage 1 winner of Andrew Dyson, who's just looking to withstand as much pressure as he can. We know that he's quick, and not only is he quick,
It's probably low air pressures.
to not crack under pressure. Taguler may have to hire him as some sort of spokesman.
I was curious as to when, I mean, there's a tremendous check-up in the field. Look at this ahead of Tim Phillips. I actually don't know if he's had like a potential wreck on the field or what. Because that is a incredible...
What a clusterfuck this is.
To sort of get in the field for seconds. Was there a bit of chaos? I'm sort of watching no one woods from above because the sim records might have dropped in pace, although I'm not sure. Sometimes it just lies as well. Big dive to the inside.
Oh, Roman.
One. Misses that turn entirely, and they do send 3 cars around.
Speed 1 is the fastest car on the track. 11.764. 13.399. And 41 is the leader.
I'm gonna say that we have another one now. Go bowling signs around this place for going at. That's gotta be some kind of Thomas Edwards with the 5 and the 14 and a sideways wiggle for the 5 as he heads his way on the back straightaway. Haven't had the reflexes of a ninja to keep that car going in a straight line. Look at that, Roman now sticking his nose down the inside, off into the bus stop, side-by-side racing through here, is dancing with the devil, but these drivers decide to play ball.
At the same time, Andrew Dyson did just pass for the lead, so there's a lot going on, and I would like to catch that one in there as well. Sort of chaos everywhere at the start of the stage. Here is Dyson. Sometimes I wish I had 2 PCs. And easy pass out the end of it. That's just going to be pretty trivial. That lets us return to the train as quickly as possible. Press right and lead, and then Roman down and out into pit road.
Contact with the wall too.
12.5.
And that was a pretty significant hit, and awkward hit at that. So he's not only going to have to come down pit lane, completely. I think he may have also picked up an unsafe pit entry there as well.
I think he got away with that. He got away with that because he actually did slide into pit road gracefully, but that is driving through the pit lane? Is it not basically a drive through penalty? Chaos and pandemonium on the restart. Dyson has the lead. He's hoping to run away with it. Bryce Ryder still leads this pack of drivers for quarter. Then Benefield and Hixenbach, Wiles and Wideland.
So all that battling, it's allowed the top two to break away as they're now starting to settle down somewhat behind. It is a battle for 11 between Neto Medeiros and Hayden Amaro, who's going to win out in this fight. I think it's not going to get decided until coming out of turn
12.8,
actually pulls a good run heading down the start-finish straightaway. Just got to worry about Amaro fighting back heading into the braking zone of 1, and he gets it done. It's the apex beautifully. That is P11 for Medeiros. We'll jump back a little bit farther up the road. This Blake Clue out here, reigning Watkins Glen winner here in this series, trying to apply a little bit of pressure to Hunter Jewell. Now, we've talked a lot about the road courses back in last season, but what we're talking about so far this season, Andrew Dyson was your winner at Circuit of the Americas, the only road course we have had so far here in this campaign. It has been real broken up in terms of the road racing, which compared to last season, we had, I think, a streak of 3 weeks in a row of these courses. It's quite the contrast for these drivers, although there's a long way left to go, and not a huge break until the next road course.
You scared me.
Actually 2 in a row between San Diego, which I'm not sure will be added into iRacing by then, may just be running at some other racetrack, and then Sonoma the week after. So some pretty good racetracks ahead for these drivers, at least on the road side of things. At the moment, they're still trying to get their sea legs under them with only one in their rearview mirror. That'd be back in
12.6, 2, 8.
I believe we, when the NASCAR schedule is San Diego, I might be able to work out how we've replaced it unless it's someone who's looked into a season. It's going to be a whole lot of scanning time.
And I'm sure the track is going to assist by that. So I will stall for time.
Next week,
I'll give it to you on the back.
Next week we're at Dover, which is my favourite combination of the O'Reilly cars of all time. Genuinely, it's one of the greatest skill tests of tyre wear in all of NASCAR, and it's such a joy every time. And I want to be on the track myself for O'Reilly cars of Dover. They'll be on the track next week before we head to Charlotte for not quite 600 miles, but that'll be your Saturday night joy. Here's Bryce Ryder to the inside of Hunter Jewell. Now Aston will rejoin time and not done. Ryder does stay out ahead. And here's all Benefield on the quarter, centre up the inside, trying to beat out his own sparring partner. Just 2 cars back in the green.
Fast guys are running 12.095.
So this is the battle with your top 3 in the points. This is absolutely awesome. As here you can see the dive from Hixenbach into turn number 1. He gets that move done for the textbook stuff. I think it's going to be now going to have to try and chase down Adam Bedford. I would say this entire track here, Howdy, I think turn 1
Still there.
One of the best spots to try and get a move done for these drivers.
Still there.
Braking, so it's very easy to get it wrong, but once it gets
Clear.
trying to do something a little bit different than your adversaries. Stop where, as I said earlier, you can get a move done heading off the rear, but you better check on both your health and life insurance policies beforehand.
The answer is San Diego is the league hasn't completely planned their replacement for San Diego. It's still prospectively listed as that in the schedule. There's a few options. Last season in Auto Club, Mexico City, they wanted to do a street circuit. Chicago's available. So there's a few options for them to play with, and I'm sure they'll be able to make that decision.
Long Beach.
Or Long Beach. The trucks will go on Long Beach. You know, you have that. Some pain. Give them some pain. Just tell them you'll have some pain or Adelaide. If you do Adelaide, Dyson will dominate the field. Dyson domination could more fast.
13.463.
Easy done. He's slicing his way through. Trull sets a bad
Sorry, Kyle.
turn. That's 2 places.
Right upstairs there.
Make it 3.
Yeah, we had cool ground.
Not done side by side. 71-81. Hunter Trull and Daniel Wiles. That's a fight for 8th in the moment. Aaron Wineland right behind them, currently holding on to the final spots on the top 10. They're looking for a little more. That 21 driver, we talked about him quite a lot in the run of the playoffs last year. Playoffs here this year, so he's got to string together some consistent results. I think it's fair to say that it hasn't been the season that Eric Glen has been. There's certainly a lot of speed, but a lot of fun handles, bits and bats. I think he's still looking to get this season out of first, finally into second. I think this could be a opportunity to turn things around. I think a top 10 result for that driver of 21 would be a fantastic points haul heading out of this week.
Able to climb up, we'll try and reclaim a spot on the mountain. Started in third, had that slip, had that downshift in the first lap.
12.75.
First stage, got away with it. Now, leading out ahead of some lines over the clear of a quarter as well. White was back in the top 10 actually. We sort of saw him doing a bit of battling earlier on, but he started 15th and really pit stops is all that allowed him to move. Total driving didn't stop. Hunter Truls really dropped like a rock. Looks like he's doing well here in P2. Split the stage nicely and still sat around with a very big gap to Blake Bullock. I'm expecting him to make some serious stage points out of today, even if he doesn't finish second on the road at the end of it.
Get into the second half of the second stage already.
Clear, clear.
Seem to be pretty routine up in the front with Dyson all the way. Holtzman in second. I'm still keeping my eyes on these two that we got on right now. That was Blake Bullock and Bryce Reiner. There's some more pressure though right behind. This is a fantastic battle that's going to develop. It's kind of a 2-2 at the moment. The gap is starting to close down a bit, about a second and a half. Your fourth place runner of Bryce Reiner.
12.838.
Of Adam Battlefield, the 83. If that gap does close up here, it's very interesting drivers. Blue on and Reiner that are looking for a very good result here in this race. Absolutely help them out when it comes to the point situation, especially for the case of Blake Bluon, who it's been an interesting campaign for him so far this season. Entering this race, he's at 10 points below that chase cutoff. Then goes against that Foudy now with drivers not being present here in this race. Some of them, that may take a little bit more pressure off of him, but lots of the drivers in that chase bubble currently are ones that are here this race. They know what they have got to do, and Bluon knows for sure that even if he walks away from this race with a top 5, that'd be a good haul of points for him.
Oh, I thought that was sliding one corner around the turn. I actually wondered if he was even going to collect that thing together. He does save it, but certainly that rear end was sort of going in the wrong direction.
Big points. Big points.
Let's take a look.
Gotta keep it clean.
Happening here. He actually is doing some counter steer. So many cars went up inside that hole. But that is about the best play that could end. But that carousel is proving.
Bryson just killed himself out of the carousel.
Getting away with it. Getting quite close to the end of our second stage. It's shorter than the first, obviously, owing to the caution. It'll be lap 40. Still had even more random cautions. Bryce Reiner chasing Blake Bluon up the hill. Wants to try and get this third place on the road. I think Lucas Hoytsman has actually.
I was so worried about him coming back. Oh.
Sorry, damaged. Trying to stay out of the way. You're good.
It's looking solid for your top 2. Really, I would say your top 4, but again, you said that second, the gap between 4th and 5th was a second and a half. Now that's 8 tenths of a second. That gap is slowly getting moved. And you saw him about 5, 6. Oh no! That's Taxaball. Huge slap into the wall.
Make that a tank slapper. That's going to wreck that car. I can't wait. He's literally out of contention. Will hit that big for this stage, and he's going to bleed positions. This carousel has been the most brutal I've ever seen it on a league. Slipping and sliding. It's less awful than I thought it would be. That contact actually.
13.198.
Meatballed by it, by the way. I thought maybe he would have taken a shot to the wheel, but actually he sort of evened that one out pretty nicely. There's one, there's the other. It's softer than I thought. Ooh, he actually is hanging on to 9th right now on the road. I think that might be stabilised.
I got a little off rhythm there.
Here's the pit lane. Oh no, he's off the pace. Down to 11th now.
Yeah, no, I think through some of the fiddlier turns on this racetrack, he's going to be a great trouble. Now, of all the turns around this place, turn 4 is probably the highest in speed, also the highest in danger. There's literally no runoff area. It's just racetrack, painted white lines, small little patch of grass, depth. You can see Hicksball really struggling in these long sweepers. The same turns where you have to have that confidence in your race car to try and get it good, and it's just not working out.
Tight to that corner.
Understandably so, after that bit of contact. See, he did definitely square it off.
Update fast guys running 12.74. 2.
That would have ripped off the tire. He would have been done for here tonight.
13.2. 2.
That
1.
sort of sledgehammer shot against the left-hand side of the car, that thing's gonna be trotting around like a trash bag full of mango sliding down a flight of stairs.
And he's continues to drop now down to P12. Bryce Rhino is now holding for free contracts. That of Benfield is way closer. Imagine the Jaws theme that Kurt Mills loves to play, throws it into the first half of the turn. I mean, true, you could.
I don't want to, though.
Well, then you just set me up for disappointment here. You just did that. Maybe later in the race when we get a better opportunity. Benfield is, I think, really pushing to try and make this pass. He's only got about 4 laps to do it.
Yeah, keeping an eye on these battles as they develop.
40.
Getting towards the end of this stage. Woo! Aiden Amaro is your current 10th place runner. We follow him right now. Still trying to apply some pressure to that 71 of Hunter Troll. It's a good run so far this season. Go back and have it, letting Amaro go by. There is a little bit of discretion that's needed in situations like that. Drivers need to know when to just kind of yield off the gas, say, okay, that spot's yours, I'm not going to
Benfield losing more and more time. Not Benfield, keeps the ball more and more time. Benfield still in the chase. You know, you just, they're sort of like peas in a pod, you know, they're sort of names that just go over each other so well. One just becomes the other. Benfield is indeed on this chase and arguably gaining more and more time every single lap. But now once you're in this bubble, the pass is the next hard part. I don't know if he's really going to force it or whether he'll just sort of wait for his chance and claim whatever points he can. He's in the game from his last stage, he's sort of doing better and better. He's inching towards that top 3 end of race result, and he's beating out drivers that he needs to beat. So, winning it to important ways. I feel like I'm that one from there. Just the blowout is mine. Wow, okay, good lead.
13.06.
Still 2 tenths on the road.
That hurt.
This is how he looks for medical attention for the hearing damage that was just done there. What? Looking at this battling right now, running on board without a Benefield, having a fantastic view of those 2 cars right up in front. You know how we said it was a 1.5 second gap? Yeah, that's not wrong. It's pretty much just 1.5 drawings between these cars, more like it. Benefield getting involved in this battle. Now, for Benefield, I think he senses a real opportunity here. You think of what just happened there with Bryce and Nix. Well, again, you do have the opportunity to do some comparison with that car a little bit and maybe those random transmissions if they come out. And this is on if, they're not guaranteed. If Orange Jesus looks down kindly upon Bryce and Ixabal, we do have some yellows later on. Be able to work on that car a bit more without a major amount of time loss. But it's pretty much a catch-22. You either lose the time down on pit lane, or you lose the time driving around a car that's basically made out of 5 tin cans stapled to each other.
13.503.
Close on the bumper of Kluan, still not ready to make the pass. It's hard to make the passes up on this track, actually. I mean, these cars right after force the issue badly on the track, don't have too many serious braking zones, or really force out an error. This free car trade is one of our closest battles. Takes a bus, but dropping bad, by the way. Actually, he might have just been something else. I'm not sure, because, I'm taking a look at that 17 signing out of way, don't worry. But no, he is just backing out of line because he sort of realises there's no point. It's all futile. And, that thing can't be driving well. Not at all. Oh, and there's Kyle Lehman. Has to make a point of action there.
And you can tell that was a close moment there with Hicksball, the first to arrive at that near And
Oh,
Dyson
God.
about a lap away from a stage victory, the second of the night.
Better watch that thing.
Not the start of it.
Ah, then
Yeah,
some
at
bitch
this
walked
point,
up
if
going
you
in
want
that
to race
corner.
mixed ball, it's pretty much just, I wouldn't say give them the setup, but just try and grab that.
I ain't gonna lie, Bryce. I almost ran into the back of you turn one.
Yellow.
I noticed.
So what you got going on out there, bud? The road's closed.
That bitch was bouncing all over the place.
Alright, P6.
It's pretty much just pick
Second
the
stage. Getting stage
but
points.
The one driver who's really, sensing an opportunity is out of benefit.
Stage
That's
points,
that early
stage
downshift.
points,
Not
stage
gonna apply the
points.
pressure to get third in this stage, but come time for the actual fall of the checkered flag, he's got to be a driver to keep our eyes out for. He senses an opportunity.
It inches the closest it's ever going to inch. This is their last chance. There's only really 2 more
Thank you,
turns
thank you,
to
thank
make
you.
the move. And if there's one thing I know about Adam Benefield is that he does not like making contact to make a pass, to make a position. So if he's not going to get this,
So during this last run, are tires going to mean something?
He's not going to force that issue. I think Bryce Reiner's going to clean up that P3 on the road.
No, but if we have, when we have to fill up with
Andrew Dyson takes
pit
the second
stops.
stage, meaning we will talk to somebody else.
I kind of screwed myself last night. I pitted early and just took fuel. I never took tires last night, but the people that split it half and half took tires and they were faster. But I net gained 4 positions.
That split the stage, made points out of it. Hoytsma made a real run out of it because he held that P2 the entire time. Here's your top 10. Just ran through him, in fact. So, what have we determined about Andrew Dyson domination?
Yeah.
I think the fans like it when it's occasional, but he's got that SVG quality. Got SVG quality from Oceana. He shows up to road courses.
Race car
Dominates
exit.
everybody. Make it happen again and again.
Pit road open this time.
I don't think we're going to get a caution. Getting a caution here is going to be very. It would have to happen right here in the beginning.
I missed a bad meatball flag, a spicy meatball, you could say.
Did we?
Yeah, I mean, forgive me for that one. Tim Phillips is the one that gets hit the worst here, but Kyle Lehman and Mason Lowry are the other 2 drivers involved. Kind of brutal for that to be a meatball flag of all things, actually. Here's this Tim Phillips view.
I will say, some awkward hits there. I think it may have just been some odd sort of netcode whacks there that may result in that being called a meatball. iRacing can sometimes be a little bit trigger happy on giving out those meatball flags. It's like that I would argue should have maybe not been a meatball flag. I think Hickson Ball's little schwazzle definitely warranted one. That's certainly warranted one with Daniel the Wall, and that's a blown motor there in the process. Just a singular puff of smoke.
Yeah, that
motor's like a Cheech and Chong movie, up in smoke.
That wall's proven delicious.
I don't think so. I didn't take notice.
Yeah, delicious and nutritious.
I know. I would try not to hit it too hard. That's just not,
Yeah, he's spun out. I think he still is.
Next time round.
I think they should call that the Britney Spears.
But it was scary to see it coming.
Everybody wants that wall.
It's 15th right now.
Past, it just tells you to hit me.
I know Bryson killed the wall.
She did it again.
Coming out of the carousel.
Hey, I didn't know which punchline you were going to go for, so I would have the other one loaded up.
The
This is
road
why we
is
work
open.
together so well. This is why we're always on the air together. This is how we were built.
I am so deeply sorry for you. Pit stop's coming up here soon, and gotta wonder if anybody's gonna try and throw something a little bit different at the wall. I don't really think there's a. I mean, it's a road course for crying out loud. I think 2 tire calls are definitely grave. Even more so here. It may be
Coming at you, fellas.
You could risk it
away
with
now.
halfway. Just left side tires only.
5 away.
Maybe,
you are marked.
but I feel like you know you're going to get swamped.
Right here.
We're on the long stage here that's going to require another pit stop. Now, we're not guaranteed to have that happen on the green, of course. Halfway through the race means that there's a chance for yellows to strike us still. But indeed, I don't think you want to play the game too
Go, hard. Go.
See, here's an odd.
We got one more set of tires. That's it.
Can we pull up the other
We're gonna have to come around at 70.
Ooh, I got lucky. I got lucky.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I mean, it is like
I
upstate
thought I
New
was
York
speeding.
in May. I wonder how the track temperatures are looking. I was gonna say maybe
I
they're
thought
cool, so
I
these
was
drivers
speeding.
can make it work. No, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. That's I mean, it's pretty solid. It's maybe on the
No.
upper end of being.
See, what I did last night is as soon as I was able to make it, I filled up with fuel and went.
Here's your whole field.
We're going to restart behind us 83.
Stop under the stage. Even though it worked, even though
I probably would. I don't know. I don't even know if you need to make any. I think you just put in what you need and roll with it. I think. I fuck if I know. You're the road king. You're supposed to know this shit.
We did see some drivers jump last time, just for virtue of being fast. So, we'll see what happens. I wonder if Higginbar's going to have to stay in to repair that car, maybe come out in last.
At this point, I mean, even not if you just repair all the damage, just repair as much as you can. Because what's the point of staying out there? As here you can see some close quarters, so 3 wide heading out of the pit lane there as well. Dyson exits out with that top spot. Hoytsma in P2. Bryce Ryder completes your top 3. Well, if I'm Bryson Extable, you may as well stay down pit lane.
See, I struggle right here in that left-hander we just passed, the second to last corner. I was over driving that bitch so much.
May as well just take the hit now, restart at the back of the pack, and just make up the time with a slightly fresher car. It's not gonna feel good. It's like the difference between, you know, cleaning up dog turds from a freshly installed carpet versus cat turds from a freshly installed
One to
carpet.
go.
Neither are good.
Left side on the
you
restart.
pretty much just pick your poison.
Well, let's talk to one of the Hoytsma family, the one that benefited so well. Hey, Lucas Hoytsma, got a minute? These cautions are long, and we'd like to talk.
What are we doing here?
So you were the one that made splitting that stage work very, very well. Held on to a P2 after Dyson cleared. You
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you just pit early, just grab fuel, and get yourself clean track and roll? That's normally what I like to do.
Track position I got. I know Dyson's pretty quick here. I don't think I got one shot at getting by him unless something happens to him. So hold on to my second. I just knew I needed to get by those guys. I felt like I was being held up there on the first stage. So tried something out and got the clean air. Super important right now. It's pretty tough to pass with these wide track limits. So that's definitely something to keep in mind for the rest of this race.
So now those tyres have been well and truly neutralised. You think you can hold on to this place till the end?
Yeah, I think we're going to see some varying strategies here at the end too. There's a lot of window for opportunity here with the tires and fuel and stuff. So we'll see.
And you could get cursed by that caution. Well, best of luck, Lucas Hoytsma. P2.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
This pace car is acting real funny.
We'll be on that outside row as we have 1 to green. Those pace car lights are out. Oh, didn't moving it back cause him to no. Okay. I was a little bit worried. Getting a little bit scared.
He's on it.
Hey, these drivers out there on the racetrack, it's kind of, you know, it was their job to try and go out and get some good results, run the car well, and try and get a win. But it's also kind of a side job just to make us really anxious here in the broadcast booth.
But it's really
I've been first the whole time.
Pull someone in.
Then short shift into second for
that's exactly
the exit of the last corner. All right, good luck here.
Nice big deep breath here, refocus. Give us up the touch. Nice smooth bud.
I don't really know what I can do about it, but I've also been told not to worry about it. So,
you know, honestly, like
guys off. Are you ready?
All kidding aside, I would pride myself on having like pretty solid blood pressure.
Green flags. Good job, man. Keep on it. He's gonna fade. Great job, man. Doing awesome. 32.4. 6 meters are running 32.74. 8.
Not sure what was going on back in like December of 2023, right around Christmas time, but clearly I was not having the most wonderful Christmas time.
Right side.
one more shot.
Clear, clear.
Maybe not our last, but certainly another shot into our start zone. Andrew Dyson will get to lead the field to green. Higginbar did take those repairs. Look at him at the back, desperately trying
Sorry, Steph, didn't mean to run you wide in one.
Oh, you're good, man.
He's going to wait the whole time. Leave the field guessing. Look out for Ryan on the inside line. Big field running.
13.178.
Jump away.
P2 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 11.654.
You're good, Kyle. Go ahead.
I'm enjoying racing with you, but I don't want to keep making this happen.
Yeah, some discretion being applied there in that bit of side-by-side battling down the backstretch into the bus stop. We've talked about it at length in this show, but words cannot describe how sketchy this goes side-by-side from there. The one benefit that these cars have is that if there is contact, it's just going to be bent fenders. It's not going to be a drop bank setup. It's a lower around here. Now side-by-side battle. That's the 01 of Jason Graves and the 8 of Nicholas Roman. They're side-by-side out through the seconds last turn. That's going to be Roman jumping his way up to left spot P13. Now P2 Graves. Feeling some pressure.
12.002. Hey, baby, I need a couple more laps like that last one. P1 is the fastest car on the track. 11.474.
He was alongside Roman actually entering the turn, and he's losing it by himself. Rest of the field dodges it, and not quite the match that move, but I appreciate the spirit. Put down the loud pedal, just spin it, hope it works out. It pretty much worked out, and make that place for Bryce Nixon on the road. It still doesn't have a fully repaired car. Look at it. I found the problem on this car. That wheel is not where it should be. He repaired as much as he could to rejoin that field, and still isn't done yet.
Driving around this track like a modified, that is incredible. It's not surprising. Far from it. I mean, it was a hit into a solid metal wall. I'm not sure what the arm part was made out of. I think it's steel, although I'm not 100% sure of that fact. Either way, though, as long as it's not made out of, the material found inside of a Build-A-Bear or stuffed animal, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the car. Not gonna hurt you in real life unless you have your force feedback cranked up a little bit too high and you snap a wrist. But that's gonna hurt when you hit it. And with the angle that he hit it at, yeah, I cannot say that I'm surprised that car is still driving around like a hoopty-rod. The worst part of that as well, car with banged up bodywork like that, wheels pointing in opposite directions, and a driver's seat that's probably broken. The worst part, probably sell for about 10 grand nowadays in the city of Philadelphia.
And just say it was signed by Bryce Nixon, Bob. You're going to get all of the names in.
Have you ever seen what people say about their cars on Facebook Marketplace?
I'm not in the market, but I imagine a lot of nonsense about how people sell cars I like.
Yeah, no, it's...
Hey, on the broadcast, who's 23rd? Who's running last?
Drove the back of this thing back in 1995, and he
Someone see?
smoked a little bit too much of the devil's lettuce and ended up vomiting on the back of the seat. That's why that's that stain there. It's a Snoop Dogg stain. You can't get that in any other 1994 Honda Accord, so that's why you need to buy this puppy. 1994 on discussion. Let's get back to the racing. Woodsman Reiner covered by about 2/10 of a second as they head their way down the backstretch. Dyson, he's checked out. He has already said, nope, I'm good. You two can have some fun. I'm going to look to try and celebrate the start of my day.
No, I'm not disregarding anything you put up there.
Day drinking works when you're visiting Victory Lane. That's the first time that's ever been seen.
We're full of runners today, which I mean, why don't we not? But we certainly enjoyed the quantity and the quality today. We got some fresh ones. And the Clonflat and the England. Bryce Reiner now is closer to his points were at any point during the last stage. Interesting, the new tyres actually have Hoitzma's run here. It's that camera's evil, by the way. And you can't hear like the absolute like bass boost of that.
12.638.
It's not very nice. Riders always been sort of quite secretly impressive this race. Start P4 up here in third right now. Trying to make some good points out of this race. He's been pretty consistently on the board. He could make this battle real.
It's real. It's real, son. Reiner trying to close up that margin, but these drivers do have to play this battle with a lot of worries, because you see the likes of Blake Kluot, the likes of Adam Benefield, McCorner, Wiles, Amaro, all in a little nice, neat little pack behind. They're going to be chomping at the bit to try and get a podium spot here. So whenever these two start to squabble, when Reiner tries to go for this move on Hoitzma, he's got it done
They could be lining up behind the 73.
There can't be any sort of second
Fueling up
guess.
now
There
should
can't be
get us to the finish.
let's go side by side throughout the entire
Well, what is it for? I don't see no accident.
You've got to get that move done quick, otherwise you're going to have a lot more thorns on your side than you started.
Okay.
Race car exit.
Well, that was. That means it's just no strategy.
Gonna try and take the tight
You putting fuel on or tires? I'm putting tires.
Well, I think a tighter line can be faster on this track than going the whole way out. Just very cleanly got that one done this time. Luke is now starting to slip. I want to compare his current time to his fastest, actually, because I'm interested in.
I don't know why you're talking to me in that tone.
Quite slow. Let's make that laugh.
I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, he is running a second slow on his best, and these are fresh tyres. So, might have
I was trying to get somebody to check and see if anybody was saving gas.
Blake Kluot's going to be next to challenge.
Well, yeah, but I was looking at my track map and there were some guys lagging back. And I feel like if they were lagging back, they could probably save enough.
Oh, and there's our yellow. As previously mentioned, it's unlikely that's to do with any incident. We do have them randomly called up to 2 in the race. That's number 1. That's our field reset. Probably not time for a pit stop. Here is an incident
Is that what happened?
that we couldn't get to.
It was weird that he just kind of let you go. Like, what the fuck?
This is not the cause of caution, but it happened. About a lap before the caution, actually. So, it'd be like that. Jump over the curb, and that's the other spot. People are losing it just a little bit. Too much.
Is anybody crazy enough to stay out and try and gain track position?
We might just have a bit of a pacing period out here today. Not that far into our final stage.
Yeah, so just a little bit of time to relax, bunch up the field once more, but yes, RNGesus decided that it was time.
Pit road will be open.
Obviously up to 2 more on the road. Going to be a reset. I don't think that reset's going to affect Dyson too much. I feel like he's pretty much checked out now. Bryce Reiner, though, he could be under attack from Lucas Hoitzma, because Hoitzma's had a bit of a struggle on this second stage. Now he's going to get another chance to make a shot for it.
10 away.
Adam Benefield's been consistently
5
running.
away.
Now hasn't really been making up points since this race.
Now, come on, buddy. Turn in. Nice smooth here. Leaving on B.
He dropped out at the top at the start of the race, and he's now just been sitting in sort of midfield purgatory ever since.
Everybody's taking tires so far.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places.
Go, man, go, man, go.
Want to be
pit road speed.
Less than midfield purgatory. DMV.
Not a fucking tire though.
Going back to my middle school.
Oh my god.
My middle school, I think, was the single dustiest place on the whole earth. Like I had a navy blue book bag at the start of my time in middle school.
Adam might have sped.
By the time I got out of there, when I graduated in 2019, it was like a grayish beige. It looked like the inside of like an abandoned,
sped.
JC Penney.
We are making our pit stops. If drivers
lining up behind the 97.
Make it to the end. Here comes the field. I guess fuel isn't really the limiting factor, but now we're going to be running 30 on the tires rather than 20.
I don't know, man. It's probably scary back there, dude. you haven't been like pretty much out of the top 5. Like I could imagine what it's like back there.
In comes the field.
You know, if it were
I really
me,
wish I could start one of these on the inside, though.
Risked it for the biscuit.
Not a single one.
Or risk it if I am feeling a low calorie option.
Nicholas Roman.
Oh, there we go.
You want to talk about a risk? 3 wide out of the pit road, of course, as well.
I can't see the corner
There's
on the outside.
Poor
It's hard.
Still just trying to repair. Yeah, there goes our field flip.
Yeah.
Now, I just heard an oh my god out of Adam Benefield. And now he's in P13. Oh, he's dropping bad. He got a penalty. That's an end of line. If he's falling off the back of this field, let's see if we can spot anything interesting that happened here.
Left side on the restart.
Close to his pit exit. I mean, he must have sped just a little bit. He's got such a late pit box as well. But he must have sped over that line because
he's fast, so yeah, he's doing something to get his track position back after spinning.
And, wow, a good points paying result, which has turned into a bit of a nightmare.
I was wondering whether that could have potentially been.
I mean, I'm good with a top 10, so like, especially with Bryce being hurt, I'd like to finish in front of Joseph, and with Adam getting speeding penalty, it could be a good points day for me.
Nicholas Roman in the Discord.
Because those are the 3 guys in front of me in points.
Good padding, good padding.
Yeah.
We do. Let's put him up on what happened.
But the nice thing is I'm not too worried about the points because I'm well ahead of the, you know, what's it called, so.
I admit I was restarting the overlay as I saw you jump the whole field on the pit lane. What was the play that made this one happen?
You know, we made a boo-boo earlier.
Yeah, it was 10 or 9 and 6, I think.
Really just trying to get some track
I'll take that as well.
I don't think we'll be able to hold off Dice or any of these guys for the win, but
Joseph's also another one. He's really aggressive at the beginning, and then he fades pretty quick.
So actually, was it 2 tires or something else? I was not paying attention to you of all people in the middle of the swarm.
Yeah, I took just
left sides. No idea.
Here. Just the lefts. Well, Andrew Dyson is a bit of
oh, now we're going nonce, eh?
You think there's any chance of
Thank you for the nonce. That's my speedometer.
Oh yeah, brother, you better believe I'm gonna be trying.
How many vibrations per hour?
You know what? Someone's got to stop.
I need Jacob ass in front of me now.
On the restart, Roman. Rob, you might drag him down because the scroll bar just quite
I'm out Rex trying to get to you, sir. Here we go.
I don't have a cat in either fight. You know,
Yes, sir.
You can do whatever you want.
I'll do it.
Bob, man, you know what's happening.
Oh, I'm in the wrong lane.
Green flag. Fastest guys on the track are running 30.665. Right side, 28.568. Clear.
See, that's a problem with the finish.
Whoa, Jesus!
Right side.
But every other Philly chain is just
Still there.
A fun little fact about me and my Philly driving experience. When I was 8 years old, sitting in the back of the family Jeep,
Left
I
side.
gave a middle finger to a guy that home in the morning.
Clear. Good job.
Oh my God.
That sounds very Philly.
The rear locked up. That's dumb. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Dude. We gotta go back to that. We gotta go back to that. After
My
the
bad,
race.
owner.
I didn't have the cheesesteaks.
Mark the lap, y'all. Put the lap in chat or something.
Keep it in mind. Roman, too, the
Alright, I gotta get back focused again.
Away it goes. Fresh Rider's actually got Confetti alongside Dyson here.
That's what NASCAR has it at.
14.155.
in response. Here comes your field flying through. Mostly clean now on the road. And we have potentially our last restart of the day. That's a true, very, very wide gun. Dyson's going to do everything in his power to chase down Grover, but it hasn't started quite yet. There's someone just going around. The quarter just went the wrong way. And Daniel Wiles just complained at the same time. So, you know, two things at once. Let's take a little look at the quarters right now. I think we might just stuff this man. Ooh, that's off the, that is off Wiles, isn't it? So there's Wiles behind. Oh no, we just had to sort of like make up what he actually commented about it. I feel less of a complaint. And it is still chaos. That's Trull doing some door banging on the way out. And that's Trull being sent wide. Now he starts to spin in the way of the pack. Gets away with that.
12.101.
All the way as well.
Let's look at those cars scrambling, and there's a contact there in the 57. That's Cameron Stone setting Hunter Trull around. Nothing to carousel, thankfully, for the 71. Doesn't look like he got clobbered again, although you can see a couple of dents on that car. Pretty much it's the field's like stress toy. Stress ball. Not really ball shaped.
As you've said, we need a plushy Toyota Supra O'Reilly car. We've said it elsewhere, and I'll just repeat it again here today. You know, whose idea was that?
And that I still think would be not $1 million idea, maybe $1 million penny idea.
I mean, the Skip Barber is the other car you can make a plushie out of, but that's not one way.
Or the V.
Maybe the V. Maybe the V. I would take the Ray FLCC just to reminisce over worst times, to be totally honest. It's like an eternal one like them. But we all no matter what happens in this league, I consider it a good place in comparison.
Nothing like having an active driver for the World Championship coming. Side by side battling here, Joseph McWhorter and Kyle Heyman before we start to develop this broadcast and turn into a therapy session. McWhorter jumped his way up into 11th. You know how I said that Adam Benefield sends a good opportunity with the, I wouldn't say a lack of pace, but struggles that McWhorter has had so far in this race, as well as the clearer struggles that Bryson X-Ball's had. None of our championship contenders, none of our top three, have had good nights. It's pretty much just a matter of, like, who's had the least terrible evening so far.
Currently, in terms of finishing results, that would be the quarter. But I'll say Benefield did make good stage points twice out of it. Hickson Bar is still on the road. Let's do a Hickson Bar card check. He's still not ranked, is the answer. And yes, he has already been passed by his teammate Benefield. He's already up to 15th. And he's moving up that field. Let me tell you, he is absolutely hustling it. To the rear bumper there, Randy Dyson goes
12.442.
Quite yet. It's going to be a balance in that car. Changing the left side makes sense. It's almost entirely what it turns here. But eventually that will catch up to you if you can't handle the car properly. If any driver's going to catch up to you, his name is Andy Dyson.
On this battle here, Vroman and Dyson still about a tenth and a half away from each other. Vroman, I think, has been able to put on a fantastic defensive drive to hold on to this race lead, but with Andrew Dyson in this series on a road course, it only feels like he is delaying the inevitable. Dyson closes up that gap once again, and will crank that flat run into the two last turns through 6 into 7.
6, 7. Just had to watch, you know. Just had to watch the Andrew Dyson still on the chase. He's been patient.
12.542.
He's going for it now. To the inside. Has some good clearance here. Don't forget a tremendous run.
At 41 is the leader.
Getting done out of the turn now. How many more places in front
guess a harmonica was a good omen for Andrew Dyson to jump his way up into that race lead. Now Roman still feeling pressure from behind. Now just coming from the number 5 machine of Bryce Reiner. Reiner's been really impressing me here in this race. He does a little bit of a sideways and awkward run through the bus stop. Thankfully avoids any sort of slowdown penalty, although that could have ended in tears if he went a little bit further off the track. But Bryce Reiner has really stood out to me so far in this race. As to his Blake Kluot, if Andrew Dyson wasn't here, this would be a fantastic battle for the race lead. It's still a fantastic battle for some good points for these drivers. I think Bryce Reiner and Blake Kluot would be delighted to get a podium.
You can't do what the camera does, but like I set the game to like double the rest of the cameras, so it actually blows out the microphone.
12.6,
which is
meters are running 11.995.
I did that once myself, trying to make a camera hack. There's footage of me at my desk, kind of sitting like a spectre, taking off my noise-canceling headphones, and literally, like, even with them on, and then when I take them
yeah,
off,
like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not trying to be all fucking night.
Portal to hell had opened up. Maybe it's just the, bridge over to Delaware.
McQuarter on his way up to Stone. This will get him in the top 10. All positions are points now, and Amaro doing the same at Wineland a little bit further back.
The nice
battles Boston Wheelers down.
The nice thing about these road course races is the no cautions. Like, what are we doing here?
As is his strategy. With that pit stop, I reckon most drivers think they can make it on fuel for the rest of the race.
Well, everybody's out of tires, so there's no strategy. There's literally no strategy.
Because the tire difference is going to be worth it. And Amaro playing a great game of disappearing shares there, but he's back on the track. 1-4 car chase here, the one up further front actually has diffused just a bit. It's Benefield. Now Amons is next to rival. And make another, that'll be our second and last. Might mix up the strategies a fair bit.
They're teammates.
Golly.
They're not going to fight that hard.
Everybody comes down pit lane during this yellow. You know who's going to be real nice about that? It's Nicholas Roman. He'll be able to take 4. Now, will anybody respond in take 2? These are the questions worth answering, or worth asking. The drivers will be the ones answering it for us as we take a look at an incident here in front of Truel. It was RNG's bringing out the yellow, not this, although that was a pretty awkward moment heading off through the bus stop, and there it was, contact with the 57.
Yeah, I'm struggling. That's where I lose a little bit of time.
Pretty tough scenario, all things considered. Drivers just, feeling the burn.
Yeah.
Here's Seth Fouty already struggled on this turn once already. Oh, and Truel is in the worst place at the worst time there for that one.
Not even like a falling anvil at that point. That's just basically a falling bomb. Let's see. That's such a shame for Truel. Just put together a good night too. I want to commend the pace that he showed earlier. It wasn't race-winning speed, but it was still good point stay speed. But sadly, since then he's been poached like an egg.
Oh, wrong place, wrong time. Luckily gets away without significant damage. That could probably get buffed off in another pit stop if we take it.
Open, adjust your brakes.
Well, I know in the B Open E1, he was shifting in the second, so it's going to be hard for you to get around him.
We get to get paid just a little bit more. If we're paid by the hour, then there's technically a cautions bonus, but it's what makes Martinsville less bad of an experience for everybody involved.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why I usually have enough money to afford Greek yogurts.
My best friend recently ate so much Greek yogurt that he got very, very, very sick. There's a limit.
22, got the lucky dog. But I have a lap car coming.
Lucky dog coming.
I did that once
somewhere.
With sliced deli pesto parmesan ham all in a giant grocery store here in
I know where you can put it.
That was, I think I ate a half a pound of it in one sitting, and ever since then I've gone like, I have felt nauseous and severely ill every single time I think about that. And I say this as, you know, an unhealthy fat guy that lives and dies by pastry.
Behind the 22?
Too much. Half a pound of sliced deli ham in one sitting. Oh, here's a good little story. I once nearly poisoned myself with almonds. I ate like 1.5 pounds of them in one sitting and gave myself severe food poisoning from all the cyanide in them.
I'm older than you, and yet you've had a lot more happen to you in your life.
See, I always prided myself on the fact that I'd never broken a bone. Like you know, most people, you know, my age going through school always had some sort of like medical gremlin, broken arm, broken leg. I didn't have that, and then I ended up, I think I've cracked 5, 6 ribs in my karting days. Not separate ribs. Some of them were just re-cracks and re-breaks, but did that. Bruised one kidney in the karts, bruised the other one in a incident at school. Got hip checked into a locker by one of the members of one of the seniors on the high school football team. That was not a fun day. I'm trying to think of what other injuries I've given myself. I blew out the nerves in both of my feet when my front suspension came apart in my car at about 70 miles an hour, and I ground to a halt at about 90 feet. The final stop was so severe, it actually, I slammed into the steering wheel with my chest, with no chest protectors. That really knocked the wind out of me. I hit the kill switch in the process of all that. I got shot forward so severely.
We're on 1 to go.
And I
left side on the restart.
You know, like, oh no, I do
20 more.
less dangerous things. Like, I just sit down in a bedroom and play video games and somehow converted this into a job. So, you know.
Yeah, see, this is why I now do this as a job.
Yes, sir.
Because, funnily enough, right as I was going into the broadcasting stuff, my last big ouchie wowie in the karting days when I ran over a bad bump and felt the shockwave reverberate through my spine up into my brain, and couldn't really shift right after that. I was like, you know what, I'm good. I enjoy this broadcasting stuff a lot more than getting rattled to death by a shifter cart. That's why instead of thinking about, you know, engine tuning and setups and stuff like that, I now happily spend my summer evenings listening to jazz music on our local jazz radio station here in the city of Philadelphia, and enjoying the wonders of air conditioning.
So no drivers taking scheduled pit stops. The 3 that have stopped and should be trying to get repairs done. Hickson Bar, I think, still has a 1,000,001 to do. That tyre's still janky on the left front. In fact, he might lose the no. He's not going to lose the lap still, but it's getting better every time he goes. Drivers are deciding no one's going to make the tire gambit. I would have thought maybe if I was in the back 10 to stop, take the final set of tires, and just see what it gets me, because I'm already sort of in a bad position. Obviously up front, you can't guarantee you can pass the whole field, but maybe I would consider that. There's enough changes on the board.
Hey, what indicated airspeed should I be at?
Everybody's chosen to just stick it out. Verman's still on the 2-tire gambit. This doesn't help him because it's less time
That's measured
being
in
run
knots
under
too,
green, so his tires are going to be getting less worn. Ryder and Clue
What light years am I supposed to be at right now?
How many parsecs is it supposed to get from here to there?
Dyson's win. What is your prediction for how the rest of this ends?
We're going 3/4 of a tiddlywink right now.
Now, before that, just want to give a quick shout out to Christina.
How many Martinsville hot dogs per hour?
Coming to the green.
I think that
Hey,
Andrew
man,
Dyson is probably
60.
still going to be the man to beat. I think the battle for second is probably going to be the most
Yeah, me too.
intense, though. If I had to
Hey, car's off.
wager
Be ready? Do your thing, Baldwin. Be ready.
I'm going to say that Carlin holds on to a top 3.
Green flag. That's nice, man. Work that track. Find a way around that thing.
Could also just say
32.802.
No, yeah, no, I could have said that. I want to add a little bit more drama into this.
There's a wreck behind you.
You know, like Roman was saying, it'll be higher than 4th and lower than 2nd.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. But what's the number between 2nd and 4th? Alpha Ronos, or is hell if I know?
Cloud cover on the track, but still nice and toasty. Approaching 6 p.m. This is going to be our final. Okay, not guaranteed to be our final restart because a track on the wreck could still cause another caution. But in an ideal world, this is our final restart. The random cautions are done. Right, next to the bar. Trails off the back again, which is definitely trying to like make something of this. I respect the fighting spirit. Every point position is a point, and there's still a chance for attrition. Dyson is going to lead the pack to the start. And he's going to do it early this time. Roman gets that jump. Riders with it. Kluar left out. A bit further behind.
13.026.
Ryder wants to play straight away. Through it comes. Roman's very, very, very wide. There's some more chaos in the back. That's Boston Wheeler around. Further back up front for the battle. Roman's trying to hold on to P3 of everything he's got. The X might lose out to Huntsman as well. This is why you're not a betting man, I think, Ron. Even more being lost.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm not a betting man. Roman now dropping down into 5th. See, I had some good feelings about that car. I know why. There was just a little. I thought I saw a dog in him. I saw a dog in him. Unfortunately, I believe that dog may have just been used.
The field flies on through. Reiner has been gapped by Dyson hard already. Gary Godzicki's dropping along, and we will be able to take a look at what happened to Boston Wheeler on that restart. Might be a bit too far forwards. No, it's not. Here's Matthew Boston. He's been a spins today.
This is an update, fast guys are running 11.391.
Really, Devin Medeiros just really alongside on corner entry. Still makes, turning the other car in front of him. Here's problem, unfortunately. So another backwards trip. Jared Godzicki's been black flagged. He's hit the incident limit. Let's see if we can catch on what the inciting incident was. It's quite high incident limit here on the road course.
It was 0.1 when the timer expired.
To get the drive through. This might just be a grass touch. There's Hickson on the inside, who is moving faster again. Phantom Forex? Maybe a Phantom Forex. We continue running. This is Aiden Navarro in P10.
Trying to hold on to that P10 spot desperately as the corner fighting back, heading off through the final turn.
I'm sorry.
12.298.
No problem.
3 wide racing, heading their way down the start-finish stretch into the braking zone of 1.
41 seconds.
To arrive at the party, first one to down a shot, and he jumps his way up in a 10. That was smooth stuff from Benefield.
Now up into the top 10. He's been charged like a speeding bullet up this field. He's got a second to make up to Stone and White here. Well, making a chase into the inner loop. Wyland actually moves right now.
Yeah, it was a 41-second hold.
Stone, before he gets too much of a run. Aiden Mara is also quite close to the quarter. Keeping an eye on Stone now. Out wide through the carousel. That's also the quarter 2 places back. As you say, no championship contenders had a great day, and the gap between Benefit and McQuarter in terms of final race points will be 1 point. Brutal.
12.339.
For a championship battle that has been, pretty much dominated by those 3 men so far this season. They have had their fair share of setbacks, as that's going to add in another one. Amaro clips that inside curve through turn number 1 as he gets clobbered. Bang! That right there was Devin Medeiros piling into the side of the 73. Got to load up the replay. There you can see it hang down to turn number 1. Amaro tried to make something work, was already wiggling as he headed his way into the
I think
zone.
there's no more caution though.
Inside curve. There's the contact. Sends McQuarter around, and that was a sledgehammer shot to the front wheel. That may be McQuarter.
Hey, you're on the Everyone channel, bud.
Competing for for a good spot done. Maybe entirely over. That looked like it was squarely on the wheel.
I believe it was Material that ran into him, and I doubt there was much time to react. Spinning car, he's up, like, you know, before it's actually getting out of the way, and it's still not good enough. Very, very, very unfortunate. Meanwhile, Benefield slicing past Cameron Stone, make it ninth. His climb up the field is probably going to be the remaining storyline of this race to track, because he's measured up places left, right, and centre here, and he could have a chance for several more. White's next in line. The quarter is meatballs, by the way. He is not going any further anytime soon.
Yeah, I was worried about that. That contact was just so... You can tell. There's certain bits of contact where you can tell that the car's not built like it was. It was an awkward, really janky part of the road. It's like if you ever played like an FPS game, just in either on your PC, PlayStation, Xbox, doesn't matter. There's hitboxes with these cars where if you just hit them in a certain way, it's like if you pitch down on an egg from both ends and it doesn't crack, you just hit that nice little sweet spot. Or it's like hitting the edge of a piece of tempered glass and it'll just shatter right away. Pretty much what goes down here with these cars. You hit them at a certain angle, they may be tough in some ways, but on other angles, like what we saw there, one small little tap.
Hey, what's up, brother? We're running P6. 12 coming to the end here.
Pretty much square on. But it goes back to the point that I was raising at the time, how of our championship contenders between Jason McCorner, Adam Benefield, and Bryson Extall, they've all had not a great night here. They've all had some major setbacks. We saw Extall square into the wall heading out of the carousel. We saw Benefield pick up a penalty. Oh, we just saw that moment from McCorner. It kind of tells the story of the whole season, frankly. Those drivers, although they're clearly the ones that contend for when it comes to the championship here in 2026, they've had their ups and downs.
There's that curb right there.
They've been
in case y'all were wondering.
But who's the big winner when it comes to the championship narrative?
Yeah, he followed me. I thought I was dead.
Yeah, I thought I blew the right front off of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Back in 18th, and Benefield, for his setback, was completely undamaged and unharmed, and he can just use his natural pace to sort of fly up the field like another one, Barry Wineland. Through you go.
I know.
He's going to be chasing down
12.794.
Up and down this field. Biggest gainers are Cameron Stone, Kyle Amon. Really are two meaningful ones. Line with the Huntsman. Those aren't very big jumps out of the field, to be honest.
Yeah, no, not huge swings at it, but there's still regardless of that taking a look that before. It's a bad lead throughout the field. That's Bryson Extall coming back from the cellar, bit sideways as he heads his way through turn number 2. Could go out on a limb and say that car is still not driving good. Not even driving great. It's not driving good, but he can keep it on the road, sliding out every single turn. The tires are probably screeching in anger. But he's still on track to finish this race in 17th, which is better than at least one of his championship rivals can say.
He's got the less bad result out of this, I think. And indeed, that left front tire is still not exactly the happiest with itself, but I know you can actually drive the thing in every pit stop.
I have no idea.
Guys are running 12.075. 12.692.
With Benefield and the driver in front. That's Case Gray. The wrong buttons to press now. No one even asked for this. I asked for it just for myself. And now I sat up with the curse. Benefield gained a little bit last lap. It's going to be 2 seconds the gap, so it's going to need to do a little bit more. He's got oh, what am I looking at? My eyes were somewhere else because Benefield's right on the rear of Casey Graves. So I'm getting out of this boot. It's too late at night. He's right on the back of Casey Graves. And he must have made that one up because he wants to try and make his way. Yeah, it's the car ahead of Casey Graves down the miles to be a bit down. Looking great as he's going. Like his Benefield. is, you know, sort of late night disaster core mistakes to make here today. I think this will be enough better feeling time.
If it makes you feel any better, I've done some shows where I've just started, you know, like speaking in tongues. Some would say that this one is one of them. We've had a good time here on this show.
13.002.
These drivers, so yeah, just a bit of racing left, a little bit left. In
Just
the
getting
tank.
dark all of a sudden.
Anybody will be able to challenge Andrew Dyson if he's showing dominance up in front of the pack.
Let's see how much Benefield gains over this lack of clean air that we've got passed down before he's from start to finish. This will be the clearest representative example of whether a gap is possible. 3 attempts in the first sector. Looking pretty good here for Benefield. If we keep that up, it's a second game, and then, you know, that position is basically 3 laps away. On board Benefield as we run through. Oh, carousel's a tricky turn.
Yeah, that carousel's been a source of driver anxiety throughout this race, and even as we get towards the end, nobody's been able to work with it well. It's not even like a hostage negotiation, it's entirely one-sided. There's been no common ground.
12.767.
Right away. The time was there. A little bit of time gain, 4/10 of a second.
Just a little bit, but that sector 2 really bottom down. On one more look on board and see what the odds are. He's got 10 laps to do it. You know, it's 2.5 seconds on the road. If we look at the gap to the next car there on the tower, there's time to make up there. He is a bit faster. He is a bit faster. I'm not entirely confident that he'll make the catch at current pace. If Jaguar Zickies might be a nothing burger. Yeah, if it's actual nothing burger, he lagged out for second pits. Okay, back on the road. You never know what it's going to be, do you? Here's another chase. It's Hoytsman on Kluart still. Roman's still in 5th, so he hasn't completely fallen out of points this race, although he's not, you know, he's not a full-time championship contender.
12.865.
No, what about another piece with left beef?
And that's a very, very... Yeah, it's just, I was just going to say, tell us in the YouTube chat whether you're a fan of left or right beef. I'm going to have to explain this to my father when we're off the air. That's going to be like explaining the existence of Red Bull to an Egyptian pharaoh.
They would have built those pyramids so much faster than Red Bull. Let's face it.
If I had enough Red Bull, I'd probably be able to build one of those pyramids myself.
Mason Lowry is not in a good place, and something horrible just happened ahead. So we'll wind back for the clock and we'll take a look here. Starting with Lowry, and then whatever just happened to Cliff Mullins. So that's a horrible jump for
12.949.
next incident. But Mullins, Felton just spins in the middle of the road, and Mullins gets absolutely clobbered.
Yeah, it's a shame there. As soon as he popped it up on the wheels, there's just no coming back. If you take a look at this here, 77 following him through. There was that little bunny hop there. Oh, and gets T-boned immediately. The problem is with the curbs heading your way through the bus stop, they are pretty much all or nothing. You either have to, you know, hit them every single opportunity you've got and pretty much just let your suspension be those who circle for breakfast, or you don't even bother touching them with the 10 feet. There's no in between.
And these cars are a little bit soft on the suspension, a little bit springy, unlike the Cup cars, which As a reminder, we'll be racing here tomorrow for the Full Length Cup Challenge. You'll see many of the classic names you see from this race back in the next gen for Full Length racing before the real event. They have just announced that the real event is going back to the Czech
13.008.
Spring date didn't last very long. We're going back to the fall in September, which is where I think it really should be if we're going to have a format with end of race, end of season chase.
Time right there.
$5 to see that.
500 miles. And then we make Daytona like this.
Splashing dash for him. He's been through the ringer in this race. I think there are many drivers leaving Watkins Glen.
Fast guys are running 12.62.
That sounds a little bit risky.
13.186. Attaboy, you can do it, man.
So what still needs a free car train? Throman's car seems a little handling, but also he's got a total disaster, and Wales has no chance of catching him really. 4.6 seconds. Benefit is slowly gaining on Wales, but he's running out of time. I don't think he's moving fast enough, by the way. He's sort of saving about 2 tenths a lap. We're running out of time.
In front of you now. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah, I will say as well, Howie, unrelated, and now for something completely different, we've been on
That scared me. I lost track to the left car.
Some battles of note. Nicholas Froman, Blake Kluot, the red in this battle. Lucas Hoytsma, the meat in the middle. Gotta wonder what he's gonna do in this fight. Now Hoytsma, usually in this series, just runs whatever he wants.
12.866.
Had a good run so far here in the 2026 season, but that's very hungry drivers. Nicholas Froman, driver who usually just runs over in the Full Length Cup Challenge, besides actually fighting for the O'Reilly tonight. Of course, Blake Kluot, though, your top runner of these three, he's got chase aspirations in mind and some right into that bracket. I think this is a very happy hunting ground for that driver of the number 14. Now, it's a Tony Stewart kind of escapade scheme there, number 14 with the Tony Stewart number. And this is a pretty happy hunting ground for Tony as well. Even in that one race where he had a trouser accident midway through the event, he still got the W.
Still an attempt in the bottle, 5 to go. That's a southbound runner in the background, and Dennis Carter trying to get out of the way of everybody now, 1 lap down. Nixon Ball's be able to make it up to 15th after his heavy damage run. And I don't see Benefield doing any better than 7th unless Wales has a bad mistake on that, because there's 4 to go. Still your best chase. Kluot Hoytsma.
12.804.
No big moves on this field.
I think everybody at this point is just looking to bring it home as the sun sets here in Watkins Glen, New York. And the sun sets here on this race as well. It's a return to the road courses. I think it's been rather entertaining. Strategy, good racing out there on the road. Many fun runs that we always have here in the booth. It's been a well-rounded night of action here on the that subscribe button so you never miss out on any of the actions. Tomorrow we've got the Full Length Cup Challenge and the New York Grand Prix coming live here on the channel.
I love the graphics Nixon Bar puts together for some of these races. He's had some very, very, very funny ideas. And they've all got a very lovely handcrafted quality.
Should be 2 more laps.
Well. still 3 to go. Let's take a little bit of a look on board out of Dyson, who is one of those drivers that's
13.036. Best I can tell, he's a lap down.
I saw it coming when he got that pole position. He rocks up these road courses and he absolutely dominates.
And would you like an odd little fact here, Howie, as we go towards the end of this race for as ever. So up to this point here in the campaign, I'm looking through right now. He already has a win at Cote. Before then, here in this series, the last time that he had scored
Come on, get out of the way.
Left side. Clear.
I was going to drive through him if he didn't.
So, yeah, this would be win number 2 for him, so he'd already equal tally from last season.
I'm only going to say I'm not sure on those numbers, and I hate to put you on the spot, is because my standings graphic shows a win.
White flag this time.
But it's like one time better when I'm being stupid.
See, I was saying Talladega last season.
12.83.
Kota was yeah, I just missed the thing about Kota. Here comes Glen to the outside. Missed the important part when he said he wanted Kota. Glen to the outside, further away. He's got pace. He's going to get that last up. 2 to go. Frollo thinks in this. Oh, we're making a little bit of contact to ourselves on the car ahead. That's the classic one bump and run. Saw it happen to SVG just a couple of years ago. Hoytsma gets the place back. This is going to be a real chase to the finish line with 2 to go. Using a white flag next time.
Oh, as you can see, Blake Clue on the back end of that race car, trying to swap ends on him. Had to have the reflexes of a ninja to keep that car going in a straight line. He holds on to it for now, but Hoytsma still right up in front of him. Gonna try and get him moved up, but not a lot of opportunities left to go as that checkered flag
Good one, Dyson.
Closer.
Final lap, final chance for Blake Clue.
Great win, Dyson. Good effort.
P6. We'll take it.
Maybe a chance at shot
Adam's
number
coming.
1. He doesn't quite get in there
flag.
for it.
Good job, everybody. Short grass off the road. Good job up there. Thank you. Good job, Bob, man.
This will be for the P3 position. There's no real podium in NASCAR, but the drivers like it anyway. The run isn't significant.
Great, Casey and Cam.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, good run. That was fun. Wish I would have held Adam up a little bit more.
Can't do so.
Hey.
I mean, he did catch me in an awkward spot that I wasn't ready for, but that's because I was weak in that corner,
We're gonna
so...
slow you down a great deal.
And Dutch has a couple turns to
Eric,
go
you
right
timed
away.
your cool down
I
perfectly.
think this is how it will end. Lucas Hoytsma
Good race.
comes out in P3, and here comes
Good
Andrew
stuff, Dyson. That was pretty cool.
Maybe one of the winningest
The
drivers.
flashbacks I was having as he was catching me through the bus stop, those last 2 laps.
Out of him one more time. Andrew Dyson takes
I was
the
good in it.
flag at
And then
Watkins.
we got to that last turn. I was like, I'm just going to let him know I'm here.
I went defensive and you came in low. I was like, oh god, here we go.
After grabbing that pole, just
Oh, Lucas wrecked me under after the race. That's a suspension.
Strategy call midway through the race. Worked out okay.
I'm sending you the bill for my chiropractor. That one, that was ridiculous.
But yeah, just dominant.
Oh, that was a good race.
Oh, that's
that brake check is crazy.
Yeah, he wanted to. Yeah, he wanted to sit there and damn was right in front of me, going through the carousel, and he was like, I wasn't gonna lift. I was gonna drive through him.
Start at the back and ran throughout the field as look at the Tokyo Drift. Oh, that is absolutely picturesque.
He loves it. He loves giving it to us here when he has a win on the books. Dyson's actually
was behind you. I watched
enough points to stay in the chase right now.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't show up every
No.
single week. He does have the SVG quality to him, and he knows how to hustle. He knows how to hustle this thing.
Oh, Gary, there you are. That's awesome. Hey! Oh!
Yeah, good run, man.
Oh, he lost
the one
it.
mistake he makes all day.
He lost it. I can't believe it.
You fool!
It's over. Well,
I can hang out here.
Marks the end of our race, and here's your final finishing results for all 30 on the field. Andrew Dyson takes the win over Bryce Ryder and Lucas Hoitzma. Blake Kluwat finishes in 4th out of Nicholas Roman.
Check this out.
Daniel Wiles, Adam Betterfield, Casey Graves, Eric Wineland, and Cameron Stone.
Woo!
And then from there, Aiden Amaro ends up in 11th, Devin Medeiros in P12, Hunter Truel in 13th, Bryson Ixmal in 14th, Kyle Amon 15th place, Tanner Marty 16th, Noah Woods in 17th, Mason Lowry in P18, Matthew Boston Wheeler is in 19th. The last of the cars to see the checkered flag on the lead lap, Seth Fouty completes your top 20. Final few cars here in this race.
All right, well,
Jared Grodzicki in 21st,
that's gonna be it for me tonight.
in 22nd, Cliff Mullins in 23rd.
We're gonna debrief a little bit, I think, and yeah, that'll be it. So I appreciate y'all hanging out, and we'll probably be back live Monday night. So
Dave Hoisman in 29th.
good points night.
Benjamin
we'll take it.
Running at your top